Hey guys, the Funny Man here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a Smite God build for Susano, the God of the Summer Storm. First of all, let's go through his abilities. His passive is called Swift as a Summer Storm. It's self-buff, and basically for each ability cooldown Susano has, he gains bonus movement speed. So for each ability, he gains 4% movement speed, bonus movement speed. This I find for action extremely useful passive. It helps you chase down, run away from enemies, and also go across the map extremely quickly, making him one of the maybe the most mobile god in the game, if you count all his other abilities. His first ability is called Storm Kata. It's like a three. It's hard to explain. So basically, Susano moves thrice in quick succession after each attack. He has up to 3 seconds to fire the next one. So basically, after each attack, he has three different sections of the attack. The first is a cone in front of him, and it does 100% damage. The second attack is a full circle around him, does 100% damage, and his third is a dash, and it does 50% damage if it hits. So it's an extremely strong ability, and it combos well. Something you have to remember is that you can use other abilities between each. So you can use Storm Catan, and then for like the next for the next 3 seconds, you can use another ability, and then you can use the next part of the first ability. Really effective, and this is one of the abilities that makes him so mobile because of the dash. So you can just, and also what makes him really a go in and go out god. He can go in, do damage, and then just dash out. His second ability is Wind Siphon. It's a cone ability, and Susano commands the wind to blow, dealing damage in a cone in front of him. Enemies in the center of the attack are pulled towards him. Third ability is Jetstream. It's a projectile, and Susano throws out a gust of air which creates a whirlwind dealing damage 0.75 for 3 seconds, and he may activate the ability again to to teleport to it. If it hits an enemy, it will stick out to the enemy. So, like if you hit it to an enemy minion that's moving, you can teleport directly to the minion. And if it hits an enemy god, you can teleport directly to them no matter where they go. However, if it doesn't land anywhere, it will just stay stationary. Finally, Susano's ultimate is Typhoon. So basically, Susano summons a hurricane at his location that pulls enemies towards the center, while growing to up twice its size, increasing the damage as it grows. Upon reaching its full size, the storm is launched in the direction that he is facing, knocking up opponents in its path. Susano may reactivate this ability early to fire the storm at its current size, but he will get reduced damage. If it fires at less than half of its maximum size, he also forgoes the knockup. So it's an extremely strong ability. It grows in size, which increases its damage, and it has crazy power scaling, base damage and power scaling. Extremely strong ability. So now I'm going to go over his build. So this is for jungle and conquest. First, you get Boomba's Mass basic start, and I also get Bluestone Pendant. It gives him the extra mana, MP5, physical power, and the passive. It really helps you poke and gives you that early advantage. And with that, I always get, and I suggest everyone does, I get 2 healing pots and 2 mana pots. My basic start. First item I get is Warrior Tabby. Basic start, almost every assassin should get this. Then Jotuns, because Jotun gives you the power, it gives you mana, gives you a bit of physical protection, but the 20% cooldown reduction really does help. Third item, you should always get Heartseeker. Extremely strong item currently in the meta. Basically what happened, gives you 25 physical power, 10 physical penetration, and 10% movement speed. May not seem like a lot, but its passive is extremely strong. So for every successful basic attack, you get 1 stack. And at 5 stacks, your next ability deals bonus damage equal to 100% of your physical power to the first enemy god hit. And you will see why. It's crazy, counting the fact that Susano will have over 200 power, that's like 200 extra damage on one of your abilities. And that is crazy. Next, I tend to go for, where is it? It usually depends. I personally prefer going for Hydra's Lament, because, because cooldown, 10% cooldown reduction, 40 physical power, reasonable stats, and its passive, it gives you MP5, 2 MP5 per 10% of your missing mana, which means you can stay in fights longer, and after 8 seconds after using ability, your next basic attack will deal an additional 30% damage. So you do crazy amount of basic attack and um, ability damage. So as you can see, 227 and 145 with current stats. Then I tend to get some penetration, such as Titan's Bane. Where is it? It's not a necessary item. Sometimes if they're extremely tanky, you can get it earlier. And then the final item, I personally feel, is it depends on you, really. You can almost get anything you want with it. I've seen people go brawlers for the anti-heal, which usually most teams have anti-heal, so it is a good item. I've seen where is it? I've seen people go Bloodforge, though that is not a really good idea. Masamune, once again, I don't think it's an okay item, reasonable stats, but I just personally don't think it's good. So yeah, the most logical item I personally feel is to get Brawler's Beatstick. Anti-heal, penetration, and physical power. So with this, you will have 35 penetration out of 50. That is a lot. You will shred enemies no matter what. And coming back to the Heartseeker, as you can see, gives you 100% extra damage after you get the 5 stats. So 215. This currently gives you 215. Now let's take his abilities. 160 plus 65% of your power. I don't know. Let's go for the alt. It's easier. The 475 plus 140%. So that's over 600, almost 700 damage. Okay? And then plus the passive, which gives you 200%, 100% of your physical power. This will go close to 1,000, 900 at least, minimum 900 damage. And that is a crazy amount of damage. So what I personally suggest you do when you're in the jungle, after your first back, don't buy mana pots, just buy wards. You don't need mana pots after your first back or so. If you back in the normal time, if you back early, get another mana pot, makes sense. But after around the 7-minute mark, no use to buy mana pots, just buy wards. Health potions, and after around the 15-20 minute mark, don't even buy health potions, just buy wards, sentry and normal wards. Until then, buy from 1 to 5 minutes, 1 to 4 minutes, just buy mana pots and health pots, then health pots and normal wards, and then sentry and wards. Defensive items you usually don't have to get. I personally don't get it, but then a good item, if you want to, is, where is it? Usually you should get physical defense. So anything from Breastplate of Valor, Spirit Robe, Void Shield, Shift the Shield, Mantle of Discourse costs quite a bit, so I don't suggest getting that. Knight of the main line of lots of basic attack power, so on. For relics, it depends on the person. Aegis, beads are the most common, which is now called Purification. Other items you can get is Sprint, Horrific Emblem for better chase potential, Thorns, or Sunder. Those are the only few things I can see I'm getting. So yeah, this is his build. Oh yeah, ability order. 1, and depends. I personally prefer getting the 2, 3, 1, alt. Storm, storm. Okay, you guys can just see it. Okay, now this comes to depending on the person. You can get either Jetstream or Wind Siphon. It doesn't matter what you decide to keep your second priority. I personally prefer keeping Wind Siphon because I like sticking close to them. I barely hit my 3, so... Oh, wait. Oh. Clear. So 1, 2, 3, 1. Here. There. So this is how I usually build it, but then that's only because I can't usually hit my Jetstream, so I can't get the full damage potential from it. If you want to, you can upgrade the Jetstream second. So yeah. That is his build. That's going through his abilities. How kinda covered how you should usually go play him. So yeah, this is the Funny Man. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Funny Man out.